drinks, we are talking about one of my favourite establishments today, the pub. It's a good old tradition here in Blighty, and it's a place I've spent a lot of my time both as an adult and as a kid with my family. It's a lovely place to be, lovely place for a chinwag. But it is evolving because you guys are changing too, and we are welcoming Generation Z, who are much more likely to open a tab on a web browser than at a pub. See what I did there? So Nescafé Azera got in touch and asked me, what do I think is the pub of the future? Which I thought was a really interesting question, actually. Well done. And actually, if you want to see my full response, make sure you click that link in the description box below to go and check out my full blog posts. But today we're going to be talking about the fact that Generation Z are much more likely to order a mocktail than a cocktail. But we're bored of lime and soda and orange juice. We want some fun and vibrancy and excitement back in those non-alcoholic beverages. Enter Nescafé Azera's Nitro coffee in pubs, on tap and in cans, which already shows how the pub is evolving because our menu is already getting better. Today, we're going to take some of our favourite cocktails, make them mocktails, infuse some coffee flavour for your dining delight. Dining, sipping, supping, sipping delight. I'm using Nitro Americano to create, very creatively named, might I add, the coffee colada, the mockafito, and the red velvet. So we're going to kick things off with our coffee colada. I like a coffee colada and getting caught in the rain. We are going to be creating that lovely slushy colada texture. So I have got myself a nice big old blender here. I'm going to begin with some saffron. I'm going to take a nice big pinch of saffron. Saffron is a very delicate, very light aromatic flavour. Some say it's quite honey-like, some say it's a bit like grassy or earthy. It's very delicate, whichever way you look at it. So what we want to do to make sure it doesn't get too lost in our mocktail is we're going to add some hot water to it. Just like a nice tablespoon, it is going to help release not only the colour, but the beautiful flavours and odours of that saffron. So we're just going to let that infuse in the boiling water and add this last to our mocktail. Into our blender then, we are going to go for one can of your Azera Nitro. Oh, that was just such a great sound. 80 mils of light coconut milk. That's right, people. It's vegan. 80 mils in there, in you go. And a good old squeeze of maple syrup. Are you enjoying my labels? I pincered myself. Okay. And then we're going to go in with our saffron, liquid and all. Look at this. You can't make a coffee colada without some ice that we're going to crush in with it. So I'm going to go in with a generous handful. Let's be hygienic about this. And we're just going to crush the ice. That's all we need to do. Crush it and mix all your ingredients. Look at the colour. Crushed ice, beautiful. Oopa! I'm now going to top that with just a dusting of cinnamon. Obviously get my little eco straws in there too. I mean, that is delightful. That's so fun and aromatic. That saffron comes through like quite florally. Wow, coffee colada. I know I'd rather. Swipe on. My favourite cocktail is the mojito. But if I'm gonna go mocktail, then the mockafito is the way to go. This time round, we're gonna go full on Tom Cruise about it. And we've got ourselves a cocktail shaker. We are going to top our cocktail shaker up with some ice. It's going to help with mixing it, but it's also going to help to chill everything down. Pour in 1 can of your Azera Nitro. We go 1 lime. 1 teaspoon of sugar, caster sugar, because that way it's going to dissolve a lot quicker, and 2 sprigs of fresh mint. With your mint, you always want to spank it. Clap it between your hands, and what it does is it bursts the leaves and bursts the oils, so it releases more flavour. All of it, in it goes, lid on, and then we're going to shake. And what you're looking for with a cocktail or with your shaker is for the outside to go beautifully cold, so that when you strike it up, you've got that frost forming. That's when you know your cocktail is really cold and ready to go. We're going to quickly prep our glass. We're going to top this up with ice all the way. We're keeping it cold, people. We're going to grab ourselves a beautiful looking sprig of mint. Spank. Wedge that in down the side. Then we're going to take our cocktail. Now this already has a strainer on it, but if you do have one, then do strain it into your cocktail. And then we're going to top it up with some ginger ale. Bit of bubbles in there, bit of excitement. Now it's time for the taste test. The freshness of the mint against the richness of that coffee. It's beautiful. Those are 2 flavours that you obviously don't see together very often. But we need to play around with that more, people. So next up is the red velvet. Into our shaker this time, we're going to go in with more ice. All about the ice. 6 raspberries. We're also going to hit it up with some chili powder. That's right. Bit of heat in this one. Just a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, and you are going to feel the warmth of this going through your drink. Because we've got that added spiciness, we do want to balance that out with some sweet and spice. So I've got here some grenadine syrup made from pomegranates, like crushed pomegranates. That's where you get this really thick, fruity, sweet syrup. 2 teaspoons, 1, 2. We're going to crack open 1 can of Nitro. That sound just does not get old. And we're going to give this a really good shake. You want to get in there, thrust it about a bit. Just poured something. Into our glass, we're going to fill it up with ice. We know that it is ready. And we're going to again strain it straight into our glass. And this time we're going to top it up with some soda water. Get me straw! Not only have you got that kind of bitterness from the coffee, the sweetness from the raspberry, you've got the spice from the chili. That is a fusion of flavours, and it's really exciting on the palate. Dare I say that's my favourite one? That's my favourite one. Yeah. So there you have it, 3 mocktail recipes using nitro iced coffee. If you want to know more about Nescafé Azera's Nitro coffee range, then please do check all the links in the description box below and go and try it for yourself and join in the conversation. I want to know what you think the pub of the future will be. Surely it's going to serve these. My pub would. Cheers. I'll see you next week for another video. Bye! Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a fly by its toe. If it's real, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny,